okay? They call your conscious mind, this is called the watchman at the gate, okay? Make this easy. Your conscious mind, and this is what I do, I'm guided by my 50-year-old self. I'm 40 now. I'll be 41, 21 days, okay? I only do things that my 50-year-old self would have done if he was me. Because that's who I want to be. He would wake up at 7 a.m. and get to working out and get to studying. 40-year-old me doesn't want to get up. I'm tired. I can do whatever I want. I don't have to do anything today. Why would I be waking up? But 50-year-old me, he's got the car I want, the house I want, the woman I want, the kids I want, the money I want. He has everything that I want. So why am I listening to me? I should be listening to myself. I'll say that again. In reality, due to its neutral position, the mind stands at the gateway, not being able to decide at will, objectively and correctly, but only by the way it has been coached to decide. I got that out of this book called The Physics of Consciousness by a gentleman named Ivan Antich. And basically what it means is your mind does not have the ability to decipher between right and wrong, true and false. It only is a result of how it's being coached to make those choices. Okay, so your habits, meaning what your daily habits are, the food you consume, and the content that you visualize on a daily basis, feed your brain and basically train it on what results that it wants to produce in regards to your reality. Okay, so basically what I'm saying is the 3D projection that you see when you open your eyes every day is only a result of the film that you are constantly putting into your projector. The mind, is a piece of artificial intelligence. Okay? Yes, it does have the ability to create, but it only creates based off of what it consumes. So anxiety is a teacher. It's there. It's a survival tactic. It's not something that you want to disappear. We just got to figure out how to use it in the right way. We got to use anger to fuel our creativity. Right? I know y'all are still in school, so have you ever had a test on Friday? You can't sleep Thursday night. So you wake up at 3 a.m. and you study just a little bit more. And you barely passed that test on Friday. Imagine if you would have slept peacefully. You would have failed. So, the pencil says to the eraser, "Eraser, I'm sorry." And eraser says, sorry for what? Pencil says, because of me, eraser, you get hurt. You see, every time you correct one of my mistakes and you erase it, a piece of you leaves. Every time my mistakes vanish, you get smaller and smaller and smaller, and one day you'll be gone. The eraser said, pencil, that's true, but please keep in mind, I know my job. I was made to correct your mistakes. And even though one day I'll be gone, I understand my purpose. So when I look back at that story, we all have erasers in our lives, right? We all have people that erase our mistakes for us. We all have people that we are allowed to witness their mistakes so we don't make the same mistakes, right? Those people give us the blueprint. And we all lost an eraser about 6 weeks ago. In my opinion, Kobe Bryant was that eraser, and we lost him at 41 years of age on January the 26th. And a lot of people will ask, well, how was Kobe an eraser for you, Eddie? And I'll give you a few reasons why. If you look at Kobe Bryant's life, he died at 41. Some will say that's young, but one thing about Kobe is when you look at Kobe's confidence, you can't say he didn't understand his purpose. Well, what was his purpose? You might could say basketball, right? So let's list off his accomplishments. Let's see: a slam dunk champion, a 9-time NBA All-Defensive Team, 2-time scoring champion, 11-time NBA First Team, 4-time All-Star MVP, 8-time NBA All-Star, a 1-time regular season MVP, although it should have been more, a 2-time NBA Finals MVP, and a 5-time NBA champion. 5. You could easily say Kobe Bryant's purpose was basketball, but it wasn't. You would be wrong. His purpose was made more definitive and divine than just basketball. You got to look beyond the game. So let's take a look at Kobe Bryant off the court. From the ages of, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, he decides he wants to play basketball. So he starts studying the great Michael Jordan. This is his idol. This is the guy that he wants to be like. So Kobe taught us a valuable lesson. He watched the way he played, he shot, he jumped, he played defense. His smarts off the court, the way he walked, the way he talked, the way he handled himself, his demeanor. And Kobe idolized that. He taught us a lesson. He taught us that if we want to be great, sometimes it's better to emulate those that are already great. So let's move ahead. Kobe's 13 now. The summer before he goes into his sophomore year, he goes to an all-star camp. I think it was an ABCD camp. All the top players in the country. Kobe comes back from that camp, and he decides to make a hit list. The hit list comprises of players that he wants to be better than by the time he graduates as a senior. So he writes this name on this paper, and Kobe teaches us a valuable lesson. That dreams don't become goals until you put them on paper. And then you can check all of those goals off the list. He called it the hit list. So Kobe would go from number 274 in the country before that camp to number 1 in the country, Gatorade National Player of the Year by the time he was a senior, thanks to that list. Keep in memory of what your goals are and checking them off as you go along. Now, that summer, Kobe would be faced with another hard decision. Your friends, your family, your support system, they want you to play it safe. They want you to go to college. But Kobe taught us another valuable lesson. Sometimes it's better to bet on yourself. Nobody knows what you know or feels what you feel. Kobe would enter the NBA draft. Drafted number 7 overall. Charlotte Hornets drafts him. He's traded to the Lakers. Stupid move, Hornets fans. I don't know why you guys did that. But he would go on to the Lakers. Now, Kobe taught us another valuable lesson because he would sit the bench for 2 years. But what he taught us is even if you're on the bench, you got to prepare like a starter. You don't know when your number's going to get called. So Rick Fox has an injury, and now Kobe's inserted into the lineup. Never to be a come-off-the-bench player again for the next 18 years. Valuable lesson, don't you think?